Peace, peace, peace to all that enters the building. This is unapologetically, and let me repeat it for the people in the back. This is unapologetically QI. And what I mean by unapologetically QI is the fact that I love myself. I like who I am. I'm not perfect, just like nobody else is. And basically, I'm satisfied with who I am, and what I don't like about myself, or or maybe whatever issues I have, I work on those things. I work on those things. So this is unapologetically QI entering the building. And last night, I wandered on over there to Jay Wilson's. So this message is for Jay Wilson. And I've decided to address it because, like enough is enough. Enough is enough. But I wandered over there to Jay Wilson's, and Jay Wilson proceeds to say that if you're black, you are from the diaspora, which is Africa, right? And me, I know my grandparents' name for generations and generations back. I know my genealogy. I traced my genealogy. I speak to the chief of my tribe all of the time, my all black tribe. So I know that I have Mayan descent. And the mere fact that somebody's sitting up there ignorantly trying to tell people or trying to tell somebody who they are, when I know more about who I am than you do. Do you know your grandparents' name? Do you know where your grandparents were from? No. So how dare you sit up there on your high horse and try to, if you're back from the diaspora, Negro, and then you're gonna try to say people need to read. I do read, and apparently I read more than you. Maybe the only book that you read is the Bible, which can't tell you your genealogy. And I'm not pro-black. I mean, I'm not conscious. I'm not like a pro-black conscious person. I'm black progressive. And all that means is that I do care about black people progressing like you're supposed to. Like you're supposed to. I care about my family progression. That's what I'm doing now. I care about leaving stuff to the next generation. Then you're gonna say, have you seen her living conditions? I don't dox nobody. I don't care how other people live. I do not dig into people's lives because if you're spending too much time looking into somebody else's life, Mr. Nosy, Mr. Messy, then you're not spending enough time working on your own. My grandmama passed a couple of years ago. I inherited more responsibilities. Just like you're going to say, oh, have you seen her living conditions? This is a 60-year-old house. There, of course, it needs some minor repairs. But instead, I've decided that, basically I'm right now I'm packing stuff up, boxing stuff up, so that like once, my house is built, all I have to do is take this stuff to the storage. This is a picker's dreams. My grandma loved antiques. It's so many things around here. You got 60 years of stuff. My grandma liked to shop. So piece by piece, bit by bit, I packed stuff up, getting it ready because we have to empty the whole house out in order for it to, in order to be able to, make the renovations or repairs from top to bottom. We're turning this into a family home. We're converting one of the rooms into we're converting two rooms into one big room for family gatherings. We're trying to make it where this house lasts another 50 or 60 years, as, like memory of like my family, memory of my grandmama. And in case somebody ever needs a place to stay, when people come in town, they have a place to stay. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to carry on. I'm carrying on my family legacy. So yes, when I'm packing up stuff, and that's one of the reasons I drink. I have allergies. I'm allergic to dust. A lot of times I spend my, when you move stuff around or whatever that hadn't been moved around in a long time, it's dusty. I have to clean that. So I have to wear, that's why I don't come on camera anymore, because I have to spend the majority of my time with um, dermatology medicine and stuff like that on. When I go out, I cut my own grass. And I have a 2-acre yard. When I go out there to cut my yard, I have to wear some skincare. When I come in the house after taking a shower, I have to wear some skincare. One of the reasons I drink is because the allergy medicine. A lot of times it makes me groggy the next day. And when I drink or whatever, it loosens up a lot of the congestions. It keeps me from being so congested. So, Mr. Nosy, I'm doing what I need to do for myself, and you need to mind your own business. Mind your own business. You need to drink. You need to do something, because you sitting over there all tight butt and all miserable. You're a miserable, grumpy, old, nosy, messy man. You always getting in somebody else's business. You're talking about stuff that happened 5 years ago. I don't live there anymore. So much stuff has happened, or so many things are happening in my life. That's the past. I have moved on. I'm focusing on my future. And it's sad to see people like you stuck in the past. You're stuck in the past. You're too invested in this stuff. You need to go seek some therapy. I go to therapy. Then you're going to sit up there and try to act like I don't have dental insurance. Yes, I do. I go to the dentist all the time. You know how many feelings I've had that has fallen out, because down here we do boils. My family, like some weekends or whatever, we ride horses, we ride 4-wheelers, and we'll do a pot. We'll do a boil with corn. And I love eating corn with turkey necks, and I love eating turkey necks. And my dentist, because that's how I know I have a strong bone density, because they refuse to pull my teeth, because I really want to pull my teeth and get implants. Because I get tired of going back and forth to the dentist. And even with dental insurance, it doesn't cover everything. So I take care of myself. And 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 also that's cosmetic. And when I get time, and I will take care, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get those implants. But right now I have other things to do, like getting the house built, like getting this, like transition in this house, like keeping my 2-acre yard cut. Then you sitting over there acting like, oh, you got used. Okay, it was a vacation. When you go on a vacation, you spend money. You spend money to have fun. Like if I go out with some friends or whatever, or even sometimes with the family, we buy each other rounds of drinks. We take turns buying each other rounds of drinks. I take turns, you know, there's, nothing to it. I did what I wanted to do. Still, your card can decline twice. My card didn't decline. They took $50 off of that card because it had a hold on it. If I was broke, I wouldn't remember. I missed the train. So I wouldn't have been able to I had to get another hotel for that night. I still had to eat. I had to get back home. That was my money. And it was the first of the month. I had to come home and pay bills. I had a budget. Then you trying to act like, you gonna lie and say, some life insurance or caregiver. I spent some caregiver. No, I have my own money. My grandma is not here anymore. I have gas, water, light, electric. I have to buy treatment for the yard. I have to make repairs in this house. I have to buy stuff for this house. That's my money. I don't come on here begging. I barely even go live, or I'm not even monetized. I barely even go live or anything on YouTube. I try to handle things myself. So, no, I have my own money. And I wish you would stop telling that lie. That's not me. That is not me. I'm not who you think. Just like you're going to go to the store, right? You went to that store and you're going to say, not everybody in this community, some of these people in this community do have credit cards. When your card declines, you are so condescending and you think so badly about everybody. Just because people don't floss, just because people ain't out here bragging, just because people ain't out here trying to impress the Joneses, it don't mean that everybody is just doing super bad. All Black people ain't doing bad. You sitting up there like you the only one that got a house, that monopoly house. See, where you live at, if they decided to do gentrification, you gotta up and move. Where I live at, when my house is about to be built, I don't have to worry about that. I have a 2 acre yard. We got horses. Now we're in the process of trying to get some cows, trying to go back to farming. That's why I don't come on camera. And that's why I said I can't commit, because I have a lot of things going on. It's like I'm trying to carry on my family legacy. And how dare you sit there? That was just like everything you said was a disrespect to my ancestors. You know who I look like and why I'm proud? I look just like my great grandfather. And I'm pretty much the only one in the, well, well, but in my generation, I'll say my generation, because I'm third generation to my great grandfather. And I look just like my grandfather. So there's no way. I don't. That's why when people, oh, your looks, your looks, your looks, I'm proud of my looks, because I look like my folks. And God made me. God didn't make no mistakes. I've never had a I don't go around focusing on how I look. I'm proud of. When I look at myself, I think I'm handsome. So you're not going to make me feel insecure because you're insecure. You're supposed to be a pastor. You're supposed to have some compassion. You're supposed to be trying to help uplift people. You're not supposed to be sitting on here doxing and then trying to degrade people. You tried to degrade the heck out of me. And all I said was, like no, I was like, I'm not really in this, but like I'm not African. And then you just commits to just going off on me when there's a lot of things that could be said about you. Just like you say, drinking, you overeat. Every time we look around, you putting something in your mouth and sitting over there dancing and like you like a what they say, a fat girl singing and dancing. So you have an obsession to food. And every time I look around, I'm losing weight. I'm going to the gym. Negro, control your diet. Then wish to try to, I can't stand people who always want to try to judge somebody instead of looking at yourself. Jay Wilson, you're not perfect. And then you, like I said, you are like, you really have some issues. You have some severe mental issues, and you're older. You're an older man. And then you're supposed to be a pastor, a person of the cloth. And you're sitting on here, you can't stand lesbians. Every time I look around, you're degrading lesbians. I'm so sick of you talking about a used dildo. Like when you go, like you don't throw dildos away, you clean them. Those things cost $200 and $300. Do you throw away? Do you consider your peen used? Do you throw your peen away? And then furthermore, you're gay. You're not a lesbian. You don't know anything about that, yet you always want to talk about something you don't know. And one of the biggest reasons you come at me because I'm a lesbian. You come at all the lesbians. That's because and so you can't have too much high esteem about your lifestyle. If you did, first of all, we know that because of how you even came out here. But that's not my issue. I am proud of who I am. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be who I am. And that's not the only thing to me. It's just like this. If people on here didn't bring it up, I wouldn't bring it up because that's personal. Who I date, who I love, that's personal. There are other things that can be talked about other than that. There are other things to me other than that. I'm an artist. I love politics. I like history. Just like the conversation yesterday wasn't even about, but you go straight to lesbian because you can't stand lesbians. And then you can't really stand black women. You are a misogynist. And you need some help. Just full of hate, full of jealousy. Always trying to steal and take something or do something. Always over there begging and stuff. When you're a grown man by yourself, you don't have no kids. And instead of you trying to help, I've never seen you just openly try to help women or women with children. Just because your supporters do it, that's your supporters. That's not you. But you always sitting there with your hand out, with your grown hand out. Then want to talk about, well, if you thought my living conditions was bad, if you thought, why wouldn't you, instead of trying to degrade or down me, why wouldn't you be trying to uplift, encourage, and help me? That's how I look at it. That's what I try to do. Offer some good advice, give some guidance. Everybody falls through rough patches in the road from time to time. Everybody can use some encouragement. And I'm sick of coming over there to your page and then you sitting there and spewing out them lies and different stuff like that, stuff you don't even know about, that happened 5 years ago. That's old. Worry about what you're doing. I don't ask about who you dating. I'm not all trying to get in all your business. Stay out of mine. It's not your business. You're not a lesbian. You don't know nothing about me or my life. And to whoever doxing or whatever, why are they so concerned about my life? Because I'm dang sure not concerned about nobody else's. And for people to dig into people's life, you know what that shows me? That they're not comfortable or they're not secure with their own life. They don't have anything going on. And so they want to come in and they want to tear down somebody else's life. Me, I'm making life improvements. It's like I've taken care of a lot of my family. And now I finally can focus on myself. And that's what I'm doing. And you need to do the same thing. Focus on you. Get yourself together. Stop coming on here trying to dog out every woman, dog out every lesbian. If you were happy, you wouldn't be doing that. If you were secure with yourself, you wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't be trying to spread insecurity and make other people feel bad about themselves. That's because you feel bad about yourself. Most of the people who do that, they feel bad about themselves. So they have to project all of their insecurities, all of their weaknesses, all of their stuff onto other people. Other than that, why would you like it? It wouldn't matter like what somebody else is doing. You don't pay attention to somebody that doesn't matter. Yeah, I was drinking last night, so like when I went live last night, I couldn't really, like articulate. But when I woke up today and thought about it, I was like, I'm gonna address this. Somebody need to tell you something is wrong with you, and you're grown and you run around. That's why people are doing stuff to you. It's because you sit around and you bad mouth everybody. You over there like you think you better than folks, and you're not. Everybody like God made everybody. Everybody has opportunities or whatever. They might not have it today, but tomorrow they can have it. Like you hadn't always had that house. Like how dare you? And that's not content. And as a pastor, why would you want to be on here doing that? Why would you want to be on here? One of the reasons I don't like to do beef sector content is because of the simple fact that I really don't like degrading people. I really don't like beefing with people. I like to get along with people. And then I guess you have not read Project 2025. The last thing you ought to be doing is trying to cause division within the LGBT community when our rights are in jeopardy if these Republicans get in office. They're trying to criminalize LGBTQIA. They're trying to take away the marriage rights. They're trying to go to a more strict Christian-based government. And so the last thing you ought to do is be causing division. You ought to be trying to bring people together. You ought to be trying to talk about the LGBTQ in a more positive fashion instead of coming on here and trying to degrade lesbians. They're trying to take away trying to take away women's rights. Because once you break down Project 2025, from the abortion rights to the single mothers, to the wanting to take away all kinds of benefits for single moms, to the wanting to criminalize women for not being married and having children and not being married, which a lot of times is not their fault. So, instead of you coming on here with all that hatred, all that vitriol, you really ought to be trying to uplift and educate people on the process. Because, according to them, Project 2025 is going to go in effect 90 days after if Trump is elected. So that means 90 days by April, we're back to Jim Crow 2.0, doggone near slavery. You could be locked up and arrested based on who you are and who you love for being a woman. I heard the stories. Like, I like history. I heard the story. And I think a lot of people don't understand what it used to be like in the past, how it used to be for women in the past. And then Trump stated that he wants to make this the last time that people vote. They're trying to do some type of dictatorship where they stay in power. And you're around here and you're like in such a crucial time, you are around here trying to degrade people, and then degrade people who do talk about it. You tried to make me seem so ignorant when you're the ignorant one. Everybody is not from Africa. First of all, most of the people in Africa are not African. They are tribal people. Africa is that continent that, and it wasn't considered Africa until the 1800s. That's when that word came around, from Africanus. Europeans are more African than some of the black people over here. There were people here before Columbus. There were people, first inhabitants of this land were dark-skinned black people. And a lot of people are fighting for their land rights, and they're fighting for their rights, and fighting for their indigenous rights. And for a person like you to come around, a lot of people are fighting for reparations. You know what reparations entails? It entails finding out who your colonizers were. It entails finding out your history, because everybody don't have the same colonizers. People think that money just gonna come from the government. It's not. Some black people are gonna have to pay. That was indentured servitude. Some people are already getting their reparations because they found out who their colonizers are. So instead of you sitting up there just trying to be as disparaging as you can, acting like you know something when you don't, trying to act like people don't read when you don't read, you don't know your history. I bet you can't tell me who your sixth great grandfather was or your sixth great grandmother was. Yet you want to sit up and try to tell somebody who they are or who they're not. You sitting up trying to, and like everything you say about me is wrong. You don't know me. You don't know me. I don't come on here. I come on here now just simply for fun, just simply to relax, laugh, have some giggles. I listen to YouTube as I'm boxing, as I'm doing things throughout the day, because I always need some additional noise. I always got to have something going on, something else going on besides, because I have ADHD. I don't take this stuff that seriously. Right now, I don't really have time to focus on it like talking about. So right now, it's just what it is. It's entertainment. It's fun. It's laughter. I'm at home when I'm drinking or whatever, and I'm just having fun, enjoying myself, socializing. I don't have to worry about getting in no car. Most of the time, I hang out with my family. I walk home if they're not here. But I'm just saying, you're messy, and you need to learn. You need to mind your own business. Your problems are your problems. You need to go get some therapy and stop telling all these lies on me. I am sick of you and all them lies. And stop. You mad at somebody else, and you're abusive. You're verbally abusive. You're verbally abusive to lesbians, and you're verbally abusive to a lot of women. Anytime something happens to a woman, here you come and you just try to attack and break them all the way down. And you wouldn't want nobody to do that to you. As soon as it happened to you, you're over there crying and whining. These people. So learn to leave folks alone, and they'll leave you alone. And go get yourself some help. If you're not proud of who you are, that's you. That ain't everybody's story. Salute, Michi. I'm getting ready to get off of here. I just want to address him because it's like every time I go over there, this Negro, he get the line and different things of that nature about something that happened in the past, get to trying to degrade me and different things of that nature. Yeah, I drink. I come on here, I'm drinking, I'm having fun. I'm at home. And when I feel get a little when I feel like I done got, done had enough, I take myself to bed. And I don't drink every day. I drink for 2 weeks out the a month, and the other 2 weeks I detox. I take my medication at night, sleep medicine at night or whatever. I don't like to mix them. And then I don't want to become an alcoholic or anything of that nature. So I pace myself. I must monitor myself. So I get to have both the best of both worlds. But it's me, it's my business. It's like I'm enjoying myself. Leave me alone. Y'all can't stand for people to have fun or enjoy themselves. Especially you. You can't stand for nobody else to get nothing. You can't stand just like that trip. You Negro trying to invade on somebody else's trip. But I'm about to get out for here. I'm getting a phone call. Thank y'all for the support. But I had to address that because I'm sick of it. Go get yourself some help. Y'all smash the like, share. And until next time, it's unapologetically QI exit in the building. And y'all know I normally don't like to do, I really want to focus more on the election and breaking down the project 2025 and different things of that nature. So um and and I have to like basically go through everything. So, and I want to break it down point for point. And I'm trying to focus on things that really matter to people in this sector, more or less. So, because a lot of people don't understand, so and how it affects us and how it matters, and being able to give some examples. So, I'll be doing that pretty soon. But until next time or whatever, I'll see you later. And I'm about to exit the building. My phone is distracting me, but I'm out. Peace.